Welcome to the Dan Sports Tips Daily Fantasy MLB Preview Show. For today, the 2nd of August, I'll be taking a look at everything you need for your daily fantasy games on DraftKings today. I'll be looking at starting pitchers, stacks of the day, how we can construct a lineup to maximise point scoring potential, foundation players that should be built upon for a winning lineup today, and a value player at each position. For anyone who hasn't signed up to play with Daily Fantasy Sports with DraftKings yet, I will put a link in the description for this video that will enable you to do so. I think to start today, we should address the elephant in the room. As I say, I'd play Salazar over Duffy 99 times out of 100. Yeah, I said that. Starting pitchers today, follow at your peril. Jose Fernandez of the Miami Marlins is 12,700. I'm always a little hesitant to take Fernandez on the road. He has a 3-3 record with a 3.86 ERA. It's not exactly something worthy of his price tag of 12,700 today. Obviously, he's outstanding at home, and Wrigley Field does favour the hitter. I'm getting sucked in by the strikeout upside. He's got 184 strikeouts in 125 2/3 this year, which is insane. The Cubs do rank 6th in baseball for the strikeout on the season. He struck out 13 Cubs in Miami at the end of June, and hell, he can't be worse than Salazar yesterday, can he? Lance McCullers of the Houston Astros for 10,300. McCullers has the curse today of being my favourite play at pitcher. For this price, we are getting a pitcher coming into the game off the back of consecutive 10 strikeout performances against the Angels and the Yankees, both who rank in the bottom 4 in baseball for strikeouts this year. Toronto have more power and thus more risk, but are also a top 10 strikeout lineup. McCullers went 3-2 with a 2.08 ERA in July. He's got 100 strikeouts in 76 1/3 innings pitched this year. Zach Davies of the Milwaukee Brewers for 9,900. Now this price is a bit steep, particularly for a pitcher who doesn't have massive strikeout upside. Davies has 85 strikeouts in 105 1/3, but he does get to face a pretty poor lineup in San Diego, who've lost Melvin Upton and Matt Kemp, who, although poor for average, do provide a power threat against you. The Padres rank 2nd for baseball in strikeouts this year, and Petco Park is great for the pitchers as well, so he does look a fairly solid, middle-of-the-road, unexciting play, but obviously he's not top end and will save you some money for hitters today. He's coming into this game off a month of July where he went 3-0 with a 1.71 ERA. Tanner Roark of the Washington Nationals for 8,800 is a standard innings-eating pitcher. He pitched 7 innings in 6 of his last 7 starts. The park at Chase is obviously a negative, but Arizona are struggling at home this year somewhat. Arizona are one of the more strikeout-prone lineups in baseball. Roark is below average for the K with 113 in 136 2/3 on the year, but is a solid pitcher who went 4-1 with a 2.49 ERA in his last 7 starts and provides fairly certain production for you to then be able to pay up a bit more at hitter. And Wade LeBlanc of the Seattle Mariners for 5,200. Much like James Paxton, who was arguably my best call yesterday and pitched 8 strong, sadly allowing a home run in the 8th to tie the game. Another lefty is lined up to take on the Red Sox, who aren't hitting left-handed pitching. It's a pitcher's ballpark. Boston surely dare. They don't strike out loads, and LeBlanc does only have 18 in 25 1/3 this year, but the price allows you to go and get hitters, and I'll almost play a lefty against Boston blind at this stage, though the secret is out as teams do appear to be lining them up, with this being the 4th consecutive left-handed starter that the Red Sox will face. Stacks of the day today, obviously it is a Coors Field day. Conditions look favourable even if the pitching matchup at first glance does not. That being said, Gray, for the success that he's had this season and a month of July where he went 2-1 with a 1.89 ERA, has been hit in his starts against the Dodgers. He's got a 6.55 ERA in a couple of appearances against them this year and a 5.54 ERA for his career. So if we're stacking Dodgers, I think shortstop Corey Seager for 5,400 has the platoon advantage against Gray. He's very good off of right-handed pitching. He's hit .310 with 18 home runs this year, and he did have a home run yesterday. Third baseman Justin Turner for 5,000 in the anti-platoon is great against right-handers. It's a .270 hitter with 18 home runs. The switch-hitting catcher Yasmani Grandal for 4,200. He's hitting .220 with 15 home runs on the year. He's hit .318 with 2 homers in his last 7 games. Adrian Gonzalez, first baseman for 4,600, has had a poor season. His next home run will be, I think, the 300th of his career. He has hit a home run off of Gray. He's on the right side of the platoon. He's hitting .283 with 9 homers this year, but he has has gone 333 with 2 homers in his last 7 games. And outfielder Jock Pederson for 4,500 has the platoon advantage. He's a 242 hitter with 16 home runs this year. He's got 3 home runs in his last 7 while hitting 429. If you want to take the other side, Brandon McCarthy has excelled since returning from surgery, but that doesn't change the fact his ERA in this ballpark is over 7. He has struggled here like many have. The Rockies have plenty of bats that can trouble him. Outfielder Carlos Gonzalez for 5,200 is on the right side of the platoon. He's hitting 317, 21 home runs this year. Outfielder Charlie Blackmon is 5,200 today. He's hitting 304 with 12 home runs. He's on the right side of the platoon as well. Nolan Arenado at third for 5,300 has taken McCarthy deep twice. He's a 279 hitter with 26 home runs. And rookie outfielder David Dahl for 3,000 is on the right side of the platoon. At this price, I would put him in all my lineups today. It is his debut at Coors Field. He's gone 370 with 2 home runs in 8 games since his promotion and looks an absolute steal at the price. The other stack I'm looking at is the Houston Astros, who get to face knuckleballer R.A. Dickey. Dickey's allowed 17 earned runs in his last 3 starts against offensive powerhouses, tongue-in-cheek, such as Oakland and San Diego. Houston should get their chances to score some runs today. Second baseman Jose Altuve for 5,600 has a homer off of Dickey. He's a 356 hitter with 19 homers and 15 steals on the year. Offers you complete production. He hit a home run yesterday. Outfielder Jake Marisnick for 3,500 is another with a homer off of Dickey. He's 221 with 2 home runs on the year, but in his last 7 games he has upped his average. He's hitting 357 with a home run. Outfielder George Springer for 5,000. Yet another Astro with a home run off of Dickey, sitting 261 with 22 homers. And shortstop Carlos Correa for 5,300, 266, 15 homers and 10 steals on the year. For my foundation players today, at first base, I'll take Mitch Moreland of the Texas Rangers for 4,600. He's on the right side of the platoon against Dylan Bundy. In his last 7 games, he's hitting 455 with 5 home runs. He's gone 249, 18 homers the year, and we know that Camden Yards is a pretty good park for him to continue his tear. Second baseman Daniel Murphy of the Washington Nationals for 4,600 hits lefties almost as well as he hits righties, leads the National League in average. It's a great ballpark in Arizona. Subpar pitcher in Robbie Ray on the hill, 355 average this year with 20 home runs. Ian Kinsler would be a viable alternative against James Shields, though Shields is pitching better than Ray. That's why I went with Murphy. Third baseman, I'll go with Jose Ramirez of the Cleveland Indians, who also qualifies in the outfield for 4,300. The switch hitter is hitting 295, 5 homers and 11 stolen bases. He's getting regular time now that Uribe was DFA'd. He's hitting 400 with a homer in his last 7 games. Shortstop Brad Miller of the Tampa Bay Rays for 4,500 has hit 2 home runs in his last 3 games. He's a 250 hitter with 17 homers this year. Ventura has been allowing the big fly. He's allowed 17 this year. 6 of those came last month, including 3 in his last start. And in the outfield, I'll take Gregory Polanco of the Pittsburgh Pirates for 5,100. He has a platoon advantage and a home run against Mike Foltynewicz. He's a 287 hitter, 15 homers, 10 stolen bases. He's hit a home run in back-to-back games. My catcher today is Dioner Navarro of the Chicago White Sox for 2,500. The switch hitter is only hitting 209 with 5 home runs, collected 3 hits in his last game, has reasonably solid numbers against Anibal Sanchez, who is one of the weaker pitchers available to us today to oppose. Sticking along that line, first baseman Jose Abreu of the Chicago White Sox is 3,600. He's hit 2 home runs off of Anibal Sanchez. He's hitting 269 with 11 home runs this year, and he needs to refine the form from his Rookie of the Year season 2 years ago. If Daniel Murphy of Washington is too expensive for you at second base, Trey Turner, who qualifies at second or the outfield of the Nationals for 3,400, is hitting 318 with 9 stolen bases and is on the right side of the platoon in a great park against Robbie Ray today. Going back to Chicago, third baseman Todd Frazier for 3,900. Let's play Hunt the home run here. He's hitting 211 and he's got 29 home runs on the year. The shortstop is Eduardo Escobar of the Minnesota Twins for 2,900. He's on the right side of the platoon against Carlos Carrasco. The Twins dismantled Salazar, as we know, to our cost yesterday. He's hitting 271 with 4 home runs, but he does have 2 home runs in his last 10 games, which suggests he's heating up as he's seeing regular playing time now after the trades that the Twins have made. And in the outfield, I'll take Jason Worth of the Washington Nationals for 3,900. Really good on the right side of the platoon, as he is today against Robbie Ray. He's hitting 249 with 12 home runs on the year. Best of luck with your lineups today. Hopefully you'll get on a lot better than I did yesterday. See you tomorrow. Thanks for watching the show. Don't forget to like the video. Hit me up in the comments with the daily fantasy plays you like today and press that subscribe button. Follow me on Facebook and Twitter. I will be here all MLB season and through the NFL season with daily fantasy sports advice. If you haven't signed up yet, or you're interested in starting to play daily fantasy sports, please click the link in the description for this video and that'll take you where you need to go to start playing with DraftKings today. Best of luck with your lineups and have a great day.